This podcast is brought to you by Honest, like an Athletic Greens and Blue Chew, and let's get to the podcast. This is Uncle Joey's joint. What's up, you bad motherfuckers? On the podcast, it's already over. It's like the month is halfway over. It's like 4 days halfway over. It's like it's already here. Anyway, so I was hanging out with Mercy and Terry. Is it Terry? I'm not trying to get with your wife, Uncle Coco. Anyway, so we were at softball game. They had these delicious sandwiches, like the guys from the neighboring team. This is the beautiful thing about children's sports is the guys from the opposing team brought sandwiches. You know how we get sandwiches and then we share on our bleachers. They brought because they knew that Uncle Joey Coco, the love of the world, was right there, and they wanted to talk on Coco. And I was I gave him a couple edibles, and one guy totally freaked out 2 hours into it, and we had to get someone to drive him home. But it was a good softball game. It was a double header, and so the kids really worked their asses off. It was awesome. But we all ate, and then afterwards we got some ice cream at Cavaliers, Culver's. No, we just went to Culver's. We're going to Commandeers, but it was too busy, so we took all the kids to Culver's, got some of that custard, and it's really good evening with the families. But then I did a spot in Wokapan. At the Comedy Drugstore. It's a nice little spot, Comedy Drugstore in Wokapan. I met this guy named Toad Waster, and he came up to me, bloodshot and drunk, smelling like a skunk. And he's like, Joey, how do you stop coughing? Because you're a drunken, not drunken, but a pothead smoking, edible eating. He's like, cocksucker, you need to stop smoking cigarettes. I was like, your voice sounds a lot more shot than mine. I love you, Uncle Coco. This Toad Waster ain't speaking, man. I'll talk like Coco. You need to stop drinking all those beers. Jesus, Coco, you sound like you're drinking more beers than me. I'm not, buddy. I'm not smoking cigarettes. I did a lot of cocaine. Oh. That's a good point, Joey, because I didn't really do cooking. I did tussin, and of course eating cars, eating sativa in the car. That's pretty fucking fascinating, cocksucker. Thank you very much, Uncle Joey, because I think it's fucking fantastically fascinating as well. Anyways, like I was saying, hate to break it to you, but the night before I was born, there was a train derailment in Canada. I think it was Canada or Minnesota, something like that. and had a whole lot of chlorine. The night before I was born, there was a train derailment. Is that true, motherfucker? You can look it up. You can get Jamie or Johnny to look it up. Like the chlorine, the car alluring, derailment of November 10th, 1979. That's like a couple days after my mom died. Yep, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, a couple days after mom died, there was a train derailment of chlorine, and there's a massacre. You can look it up on YouTube. I don't know if it was a massacre, but there was a train derailment, a spill, and then the very next morning after the train derailment of the spill, I was born. He's like, so how fucking, like, you were just born like a couple days after my mom died? Yep, Uncle Joey. I don't, like, no offense. No offense, but, the night before I was born, there was a catastrophe.